Yes, the Pugdom realm of the Pug King and home of competitive DBD. It's time to go to battle.
The Pug King close up. Now, you happy? Not performing monkey.
Who are they? Who are we casting?
Last night, first up, Oh Boy versus Madness.
I am flabbergasted. That was beautifully done.
You see something we didn't?
Did. The eyes of a hawk and the reflexes of a mongoose.
But
No, yes, he is. He's tunneling him hard. Camroy's down. Where's that pesky Claudette with a flashlight? Just know she's going to come from some angle. There she is! Oh! Solar with a solar burn as Samurai leaps on the shoulders and pegs it off into the night.
better start going back
better
to the
start
hatch.
pegging it back. Way back is there. Are we going to see Devour sprint out the corn like a legend? The hatch is open. Where's Devour? There he is! There you go! Oh my God, Devour!
But you're going to be the one to get hunted and camped.
He can smell him. He is.
Is he in the...
There he is!
Gambler and Redbird are dead. He needs to get this hook. He does not get it. Hatch is available. Sprint burst is used. And she makes it out!
Killer Shack offering no protection. Cheeky little dead hard. Enabling that free hit.
He's going to...
Is it pride? Ego?
I think it's going to happen again.
Where's this Claudette? No! Oh my God! Out of nowhere!
That's 3 times in a row. That's... They need to change the name from K the Juka to K the Juicer.
K the Juicer, and you know that's what he's going to change his name to. He'll love that, especially he'll clip it for his montage. But let's see what happens. In the window, trying to force her around. Good play. Leading them down there, the 2. We wish them luck. Back in 2 shakes of a Pug's Town. Okay, here we are. Yes, it's final day. Final day? It's not a final day. What's wrong with me these days? We are on the final week. Well, for most teams, that is. And we have a absolute blinder in store for you with Endless versus Prophecy. I'm just distracted by the cat that has crawled its way into the Pugdom. Not a dog, it's a cat. It is the avatar of course, ex-Eternum player, or sub of Eternum, should I say. I'm only joking. Owly. Owly, welcome to the Pugdom and welcome to this match.
Hello, hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. I miss his white, flowing golden hair, but we're stuck with this stupid cat. Anyway, we have a game for you, Endless versus Prophecy. Prophecy killing first, and why this is important, it will decide who is top of League B1. And what we have are mirror matches galore, with a Blight mirror match on the Blood Lodge, a Mastermind mirror match on the Cold Tower, and a Artist mirror match on Father Campbell's. None of these teams have lost a match yet. This is the one that decides who goes to the top and who automatically goes through to the semi-finals. Phoenix Lumi is taking the mantle, the first pressure stop. And there's Zeiss acting a nuisance, as always. We saw him doing some beautiful juicing. Can he do the same with Phoenix here with his bright yellow jacket as he manages to evade capture, but does take a hit first and is running around the other side. Will not make it to that tile. Well, that was a bit weird, wasn't it, Owly?
It was very much so for somebody who on the Blight would have 12 ping in Germany overall.
It's very bizarre, but it was a firecracker, a pallet stun, and a down all in one. Phoenix must be slightly happy with that, but it is the first hook of the game and of the day as Zeiss is dangling around there. He's off quickly, and they...
For the instant save, he was in a really good spot to be hooked because there wasn't a strong 3-gen around the hook. I don't know why they went for such a quick save there. Like the Blight a little bit more.
Maybe it was just ease. It happened to be there. Zeiss has taken a baseline hit. Will take a little stab. I wonder if we've got any Ds in play. We didn't see a dead hard, but will we see a decisive? Zeiss is off to battle as he runs and sprints off. And I don't know why we're not surprised. Every single game, Zeiss, I think, has had decisive because, well, he's the killer. There's the first gen ping off.
Alive? No.
Yeah. Was it?
I'm not sure.
The survivor mode, the spectator mode is just so buggy still. Let's see if we can get to him. Oh, no. Missing crucial gaming things as he swings around the swings. Tries to do the crouch tech, but Phoenix just looks down and says, "Not today, my friend," and gives him a little slap in the head.
And again, this chase has gone to a location that is really, really good for the survivors with not really any strong gen spreads for Blight.
Do you think that's deliberately done or just by chance?
It's got to be deliberately done. Running to 8 at the start there was a really good play, and then running to 5 afterwards so they can copy higher progress topside. Now he should run towards one corner here, which I think he is doing.
Yeah, well, we see it looks like Endless are rotating around. It was a gnarly fall, but I think they broke the center of it. And we just saw Brutal Strength as one of the perks that have been. Corrupt was the other. And Spies from the Shadows, the Cawing of Crows, which we don't normally see on a Blight. Not going to lie. Have you seen it before, Owly?
I've seen it before when there isn't much balancing available, but I think we do have Spirit Fury Enduring allowed. So I don't know why he'd be running not running that.
I mean, Phoenix is a law to themselves, so it may be just trying something different out. But Endless have managed to get 3 gens off. I think the stats on Blight and Nurse are a 4K2 at the moment, from the balancing perspective. So anything outside of that could be good. I'm expecting this to go to 3 sets because of just how well they've done this season, but who knows? Whatever starts off strong or what team turns up on the day. What's the Eternum team talk like, Owly?
It's normally we would, play some music, get ready to go into the game and be like, yeah, we're going to win the game, we're going to mess them up.
Mess them up. It's like proper battle cries, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what we like to hear.
There we go.
Okay.
Don't really have much gen progress right now. They're kind of splitting between, I think it's going to be this gen here, the main gen, and then gen all the way on the other corner of the map.
Yeah, having a little bit of a wiggle on the end there. Zeiss is out the game. We are down to 3 players. Ada's there. I think he's now going to protect. Kind of does have a manufactured 3 gen with a 1 on the right-hand side there. It's just out a stretch, but the Blight can... Would you call that a 3 gen?
I wouldn't know. no, this is very much breakable. And again, yes, this gen is the one we have.
Oh, and there's Mean taking a mean slap to the back of the head.
Good rush
Now,
there from Phoenix.
yeah, we see Pop Goes the Weasel as one of the perks churning its way through that gen, progressing that back by 25%. A slap down on the pallet as Mean tries to buy as much time for the rest of his team, and I can imagine they're in the middle of trying to break this 3-gen, all that manufactured. There's the cacoring of the crows, but not much value because, well, he's right in front of him.
I think this could also be a deliverance. Not quite sure, but the medkit can potentially have deliverance. Oh, we have gens on really high progress now. 11 on high progress, and Main probably being progressed the whole time during this pretty long chase we've seen. Never mind, only that.
Yeah, Mean's done a good job there. Both that have, oh my word, as that pops out, and Owly, as though he saw into the future. But even with Pop Goes the Weasel on that, managed to get him out. Mean, as you said, deliverance has come off. Pressure is on.
Phoenix Lumi is just looking extremely overwhelmed right now.
Well, yes.
He seemed quite shaky, and I don't know why he's going for this. He's left now, okay. Looking to go for the pressure rather than the one who is only worth 2 stages rather than 3. Does find Nox now on the garbage truck.
Yeah, it does want to take one of them fresh as the daisy down as quickly as possible. Just realised I had the scores the wrong way around. Oh my word, and they're out. The exit doors are open. Mean does go down, and he isn't one of the fresh, and 2 fresh as a daisy survivors are getting out. Yes, I mean, Mean will be sacrificed. They did turn that into a 2K. But with 2 fresh out, that's good. Imagine if Mean just managed to wrangle their way out. No deliverance has already been used. Well, it couldn't because it's the 2nd stage anyway, and it's just a matter of time. Thoughts?
Very, very good performance from the survivor side. Like I said, they were taking chase to the right locations, dying in the right locations, and pressuring the correct ones. But then again, I think Phoenix Lumi was looking a little bit rusty on the Blight, missing quite a lot of swings, and seeming a little bit inconsistent. So I'm quite interested to see what's going to happen when we go into the Prophecy side.
Well, Prophecy are pretty good survivors. Like you can tell from all the set wins that both these teams have done, that both their survivor teams are very strong, and really depends on the killer performance at the time. You have to really be on your game. But saying that, Prophecy with a 2K, like it's still a good result considering. Let's see what happens. It's a 50-50. We'll be back to you in 2 shakes of a Pug's Tale as we turn around the lobbies. Okay, I am back in the room with the lovely Owly. We are on week 5 between Prophecy and Endless, where we saw Prophecy take on Endless as a blight on Blood Lodge. Well, the win conditions are set. It is a 2K and 1 stage. Any stage will do it, or a first fresh stage and another stage across all survivors will also do it for Endless. And well, Prophecy needs to do 5 gens and escape with 2 fresh as a daisy survivors and another survivor who would be on their final stage, or whatever way your abacus could do it. There's probably a better way of describing it, Owly, is there?
A 3 out.
Piss off. we are to see the legend that is Eyes for Endless, who has had a fantastic season as killer. Mainly on some of the nurse games. I would recommend watching the VODs on some of these games. They have been a pleasure to watch. And now we see him go against Buey. Phoenix Lumi way back, and Luis from Prophecy. Tough win conditions, or is it when you're talking about the caliber of these teams, Owly?
It will always be a tough win con for any team because Blight is such a strong killer.
Yeah.
Especially against Zayas or Zayas, because he has had so much experience. Like, he uploads montages on YouTube. He's a very strong Blight player.
Really? I haven't seen him play by Matt this much this season. I'm going to have to check some of that out. Don't promote his YouTube channel on my casting, Joe. What are you doing? I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Way back has gone way back down to the ground as he takes a second tap as we go down. Slightly different builds. We are seeing Corrupt as always. We forgot to mention the exact same add-ons as before with the Rat and the Crow that increases that speed by 10% combined. Way back off an early save again, like we saw on the first time.
And again, at a point where you didn't really need to do it because you have no gen progress. And the hook is not in any, like, really strong gen setups. I don't know why they've done this again.
Do you think it's because someone's there and they're seeing... I don't know. I think it'll be more difficult. Oh, look, someone hiding way back in the corner. And, of course, it was way back. See what it did there? It's good. Went down, and we're going to see a D.
I would be surprised.
No. We was all waiting, anticipation for the wiggle. Or it could have been a missed skill check. You never can tell until the end.
I would be surprised if it is just because this survivor had Lucky Break. And if you're DS, you want the killer to be able to find you, rather than be able to, like, disappear into the air, which is what Wayback tried to do, but was quite loud on the near. I heard her as well, over in the corner of the map.
Now we see another survivor. That gen's done. I'm surprised one hasn't pinged yet, unless Prophecy is cycling around. But we have seen that Zeiss does have pop and has used it on that center gen. That's really kind of protecting like a free 4 gen, if anything, right? It's virtually identical RNG to the last game from a gen perspective, wouldn't you say? You can disagree with me if you want.
It is roughly the same. Here is our Delhi player, Phoenix Lumi, going into the trade.
How do you know he's a Delhi? The firecracker goes down, but he's going to leave Phoenix laying on the floor. Bui's injured. This isn't the start that Prophecy wanted. They have got off a gen, but that was nice. That was sublime. But way back being out, a kill for a gen and another one on the floor. Endless. And oh! Right in front of him. I don't know if that was a waste or not, but Unbreakable comes in. Phoenix is going to allow. Are we going to see? I don't think we're going to see a double pop. We'll at least see one more, I think, in that time. Kind of surprised me there.
Could maybe see that main gen pop, but I don't know why Phoenix Lumi went for the Unbreakable there.
Yeah, maybe it was... maybe he didn't see him. Well, there's that gen just popped straight in front of him. And the second firecracker, the flashlights have been kill switched.
That's why, okay.
And we see in the background Lewis going for the save, but we are on Bui at the moment. And this is going to be a fresh hook, which is worth them valuable 3 points that will bring, when he goes on, this game of points to the killer as a tie. He would just need one more hook to bring this first set to Endless's win. And there he sees his victim. Phoenix, I take, was jumping in through main. Oh, cheeky blast mine.
I don't know whether we're going to see any more gen pops from the survivors.
Well, yeah, it depends. Yeah. I don't think so either. They'll want to dust themselves off as they go round. Phoenix is on the floor. He knows exactly where Bui and Luis is, because we've already seen... Did we already see a Delhi play? Or maybe we didn't. I can't remember.
Lumi didn't get Delhi because the downs were too quick afterwards.
You're correct.
So that's why we had to see Lewis go in for the unhook. Oh, unlucky with the collision there.
Oh, they're all back up again. That's a good recovery. I actually thought the entity was going to start singing as the game looked like it was over, but Phoenix fighting, Prophecy fighting to the end. Juicing round here. Are they going to be able to reset in time?
It does confirm win con if Lewis goes down here.
Yes. Any of them, if any of them go down. But you also still want to maximize the amount of points, right? You don't want to just, for one stage, give away everything.
Of course.
You want to play for maximum points, the 4K, in case it does go to a draw, right? Because the next set could be a draw.
Throw landing over by this generator.
But that is enough for Endless to take the first set. They have breached the 15 points, so even if they did all the gens and escaped, oh, a little slap down.
A little bit of Germany happening right there.
Now it will be Endless killing again in the next set as a mastermind. So the mindset of both the players and Killer will be decided on this, how they go into that game. And unless Prophecy pulls something back, could be in their mind for the next set, giving Endless that little bit of advantage, and they could start slipping up on more mistakes even.
I think this can go like one of two ways now. Either waiting out a DH. Either Prophecy go into the next game like completely revitalized and ready to go, or it's just gonna completely destroy them. So.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, you played comp for a good few years. How do you feel having gone back-to-back as Survivor games?
It can be really tough, especially if the game before doesn't go as well as you want it to.
It's probably why we see so many teams fall apart, because they argue around stuff like this. But Prophecy have been around a while, so have Endless, and have had tough days at the office. Let's see if they can shake themselves coming into the next game. But Zeiss is getting into their stride. As I think you're right, we're not going to see another Gen do. This is just a battle of survival at the moment.
DS, I believe now. They're maybe trying to pop the Gen on 2 to make it a 4K2 rather than a 4K3. No, they go for the unhook.
No, they've gone for the unhook, and Buey runs off into the night. Just took that baseline hit, just looked nonchalantly and slammed that pallet into the face of Zeiss. Just utter disrespect and contempt for Endless's Killer by Phoenix Lumi.
I have to admit, Zeiss has been like having a brilliant performance so far on BLIGHT. Like both in terms of like game sense and what to do, but also mechanically. It's just felt so smooth, so slick.
Yeah, it makes you want to learn how to play BLIGHT, doesn't it?
Of course.
But yeah, I agree with you. Has executed their performance incredibly well. And if he does the same with the Mastermind, and I haven't seen him play Mastermind, or them play Mastermind, be interesting to see who comes out on top there. And I need to check to see who's doing that for Prophecy. Luis is on there, and Zeiss still playing as though this is the win condition of 4K3. But playing incredibly well.
Prior games, Zeiss has not given up pressure at all. He's always been playing for this really good end result. Getting his first tunnel out at 3 gens, and then since then the Survivors just haven't been able to do anything.
Absolutely. Have struggled to gain momentum. And see what happens. Luis now being dragged over to the hook. Maybe it's like saying, I want to get this next game over. Confident he's going to find Buey in time. Buey is on death hook. As we go around, Zai's hunting for his final prey. Oh, he's good. Was he working on it? He obviously was working on that one.
That gen's changed progress in a while.
Now, Mission Impossible. Cue the music, or the hero music even. No. No heroes today. Will Buey be able to get out this exit? They are. He needs to get this right because they're over the ones. They're complete opposite sides of the map. Although it is a Blight that can get over there. Oh, we can see it. See, he needs to do it there because he didn't have as many tokens, but now he's fully comped on them. Buey's in trouble. Do you think he'll get out? What's your bets, Owly?
Yeah, no, I don't think so anymore. Especially now, I don't think there's any chance.
Down you go. I don't know if that's intentional or just having a laugh.
Buey just showing off a little bit, doing a little bit of juking at the end of the game.
What was that baseline hit that took there? Was that dead hard but doing the animation?
So he crouch tech the first hit and then DH the M1 afterwards.
But it didn't see the dead hard movement on it. Very bizarre. But that is the first set to Endless. We are now going over to the Coal Tower for Mastermind mirror match, where Prophecy are going to want to dust themselves off because Endless will be killing and Zai's will be killing again with the Mastermind. We'll be back to you as we set up them lobbies quickly in 2 shakes of a Pug's Tail. Okay. I think it's okay. We are back in the room on trial, or sorry, set number 2. We've already done set number 1, and Endless won it. I am the Pug King. I am joined by Owly. This is week 5, just before we go into playoffs of our partnership with Champions of the Fog. Endless and Prophecy have remained unbeaten all season, and they're battling out to see who will be top of the Pops in B1, which means they get a bye through to the semi-finals, and the other will have to go into the playoffs. The top 3 of each division, B1 and B2, will go into that, as the top winners of them 3 will go straight into the semis. That's why it's important, but Endless are halfway there. They have 1 set win under their belt, and now we're seeing Zai's, who was playing incredibly well, go in as the Mastermind. Owly, any thoughts around the Mastermind and what we can expect from this game?
I'm very excited to see a Wesker. Wesker's one of the most enjoyable killers, both to play against and also to watch. So anything can happen during this game, and I'm really excited to see what both teams do out the back.
Yeah, let's see. We've got Zai's up again and Buey way back. Phoenix, me and Lewis. No changes in the roster, exact same. It's like, well, let's see how they can go against Zai's Mastermind. They didn't do too successful against his BLIGHT, but as I said, dust themselves down. We have now way back, who will be the first to be pursued. And we see Corrupt as one of the perks, and Brutal Strength, as we saw that increased speed of breaking the pallet go through there on the side. So keep looping round, way back, makes it to the other tile. Oh, it just bypasses and slided by. Not the finesse that we had with BLIGHT, but it is early days, just warming up, probably just adjusting them fingertips to the mouse and keyboard that they're used to of playing against the BLIGHT. Oh, I thought he was going to grab him there.
Unfortunate on the mind game there. Buey here going to take it.
Buey steps in front there. He wants way back though. Probably could have spun round and gone after Buey. But there's a reason. And then we can see a balanced landing as he goes off. Tries to big brain him. It comes out the other side. Oh, that would have been sublime if he would have got that. It would have been a superb play. Unfortunately, he just went the other way. As way back. Goes way back over his shoulder and will be the first hook, but not before a gen comes off first.
I think that should be the only gen with any real progress on. I think they were doubling that at the mid-map.
Yeah, I think Buey came in as a... oh, there, and then you see two survivors came in as the blocker. And he's not camping that out to second. Probably tries to rattle them with pressure. It's a different tactic than we saw before. Interesting, Rose.
Yeah, it seems like he's trying to make the most of where his gens are, and chasing Buey up here, who's already almost slowed and injured, gives him a lot of pressure. So most likely resetting as well.
Yeah, way back now is, as you said, fully healed, but needs a bit of soul glow to get rid of that infection that's spiraling round there. Phoenix, Lemmy and Luis obviously active, but have yet to be seen. And another gen gets churned out. Well, I think he's going to camp this one to second stage, which is a strange... It's not even in a position for a free gen to be staying. Is it?
Free gen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has top side. Don't worry. Zeus is playing it very smart.
Well, I never count main as a part of the free gen because it's easy to break, right? Unless you have a nurse. Mastermind getting up the top there. Let's see.
You still have to make the rotation though, that's the main problem.
Yeah. What's he waiting for?
This is most likely a DS as well on Buey.
Do you think he was just waiting as long as possible?
He was trying to take the the base.
Oh, this is good play by way back. I thought he's there, but also good play by Zeiss. One on the shoulder, one on the ground. Again, strong start by Endless. I think we're going to see another gen though.
I'm not sure because the survivors have been running around quite a lot.
Oh well, there's Luis. That's the one I thought was doing it. I mean, let's have a
will
look.
see
Yeah,
Phoenix
that one's about to go. Just prove him hourly wrong. Of course, I'm joking. And then we see Pop goes through. We do see all perks have been identified. Scourge Hook, Brutal Strength, Pop goes the Weasel, and Corrupt. We're not going to see a hook trade, but we are going to see way back tunneled out. He's just going to wait and counting down. And then we'll 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Missed. Hopefully he would have gone. That would have been class content, but Zeiss has let me down. I like the way Wayback does that little dummy, but Zeiss is not falling for it. Two very skillful players there. Although Wayback is down and out of the game. Hopefully it's not for the last time.
A tunnel out this early on. They do pop the gen though. I think that might have been double because the pop did come through. And the Savior of Wayback have to most likely rotate. You see Phoenix there.
Firecracker goes down. Who was that? Phoenix? Better eyesight than me.
Well, Phoenix running off towards the jungle gym. But yeah, Zayed's with the same idea that the gen was doubled, but I think Buey must have rotated just a bit earlier, leaving the gen just before it popped to be able to make it bottom side.
Well, he's after Buey right now. Try and get him out of the game. He does have one hook. Phoenix and Luis are fresh as a daisy. Have yet to be hooked. How's he going to navigate around Shaq? Could waste a lot of time going around here. It's normally quite easily to counter the Mastermind round Shaq. Oh, I thought he was just about. Oh, he's doing well. A nice little juice from Buey. He'll be happy. They'll go into montage. Does well to get over there. And that is some much needed time that Prophecy needed to get another gen. You can hear it bubbling behind. And I think he's going to get him here. He's dodging and weaving through the trees, but doing a great job. But eventually gets him. When should you break off a chase, do you think?
When you haven't invested too much time and there's a better location that you need to be. Unfortunately for Zeiss there, he had invested a lot of time, but he kind of wanted to be able to get the chase done.
I think there might be, I don't know, it's a 50-50 call. We see Luis. I do believe Deliverance is banned on the specific killer balancing. Oh, he got that slap, but I thought he was going to get a grab off him there as he comes round. So someone is going to have to go and get Buey. Now, what does a Prophecy do? Do they choose to prioritize on gem work? No, he has to go over there, right?
Now Phoenix is kind of forced to rotate. I think originally he would have tried sticking the gem, but with that hook coming so quickly and a pain res, it is most likely that Phoenix Lumi will rotate down. But if he's working,
Oh, he's upstairs. You see the scratch marks.
He can't really rotate. This is looking a lot like a 4K1 potentially.
Oh, I mean, Zeiss is reading the game incredibly well. Like, there goes Buey out, and there goes Phoenix. A 4K1. I was expecting survivors to get out. I am not going to lie. What do you think, Owly?
Impressive. Very, very impressive. I'm very surprised that that's the result that came through. But then again, the early game pressure that Zeiss had was insane. Getting a quick down onto way back and also a power hit on Buey.
I don't think there's I don't think there's anything that you could say Prophecy could have done differently because of the way Zeiss played. Like, he absolutely executed on that incredibly well. That early game pressure really put them, and Prophecy did a really good job to get them gens off. But Zeiss just seemed to read it well. It didn't fall for any fakes or dummies, read the lines, a few overshoots, but pretty much executed on what they wanted to do. And a 4K1 on a Mastermind. Well, the win conditions are down. Prophecy's Mastermind will need to do a 4K2, and if they don't, Endless will win 2 sets in a row and make their way to the semi-finals, and Prophecy will guarantee their place of finishing second, and they'll be going into the playoffs, but they'll want to go into that semi-finals because they could meet these again in the finals and really want to settle that score and push this to a third set. We'll see what happens in 2 shakes of a Pug's Tail as we set up the lobbies. Uh, 24-8. Oh, hang on. Okay, we're back in the room. Myself and Owly had the pleasure of casting on trial number 4, which is the the second trial of set number 2. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because I'm incredibly hungover. But it is Christmas after all, Owly, isn't it? So we've seen Endless with a Blight mirror match with Prophecy, where they took the first set. We're now on set number 2, where Endless's Zeiss had a very strong Mastermind game with a 4K1. Now we've got Buey from Prophecy, who will need to force this to a second set against Endless's Survivors. What are your thoughts there, Owlster? The Owly, the Owl, Meister General.
I am interested to see whether Buey can pull it off. He has the gen spread to be able to. It'll all be down to just how quickly he can get the chases done.
Yeah.
That's the main thing right now.
Well, he's off to a quick start with Mean found pretty quickly. We have Nox, Mean, Streaks, and Zeiss as the Survivor team roster. Going up to the hill, is there going to be a little cheeky balance landing? I think there is, as he zips round the log side of Shaq like a leopard. But there's only one animal of prey, and that is Buey as he goes there. But he's sticking with it. Now, this is what we were talking about on the last game. Endless will not let this time go to waste. Oh, and he just overshoots and ends up going through the window as a chief blooper. And he's chasing around, Mean dropping the pallets. We are nearly 3/4 of the way through Corrupt, and Mean having a nice little bit of a juice for their montage as the first gen goes off. And when that happens, that first gen that pops as a killer, and you haven't got a hit or a down, the fear starts to well inside you and the pressure mount on top. Let's see if Buey can keep that composure, as we've seen him do many times before, and get it down, and needs to get one quick, but not a quick start that we'd expect, Owly.
It really has looked quite rough so far. First gen being doubled on the top mid side to break the 4 gen that we could see with the Corrupt gens plus the top mid gen. So, I mean, it isn't looking that good for Buey right now.
Well, we have seen some of the slowest starts turn into the strongest of finishes, but let's see if we can do it on this one. Corrupt was protecting that free gen that you think's a free gen when there's main in there, and many people do, but I don't, because I think it's easily breakable. But Mean is down.
That was well played at the end by Buey, winning that 50 for the Shaq window.
Well, at least he didn't fly through it this time. But that is the first hook. Now, he can't camp that out, can he? Remember, Endless only needs to do 5 gens. When we say only, still a mammoth task ahead of them. If we have a quick look, we see gen work being done across the board. No, he's going to camp it out, Owly. Do you think this is the right move?
I don't know. Oh, he does find the Adam stealthing for the unhook, or the tap, sorry. I think he was expecting someone to be set up for the unhook.
Yeah.
Possibly thinking that Mean would be DS, making it reasonable to go for a fast unhook. I'm also quite curious about the build choice here. Taking, and we see it 4 people, but taking no chase perk.
Yeah.
Grab on the hill.
Well, we also see that, and that was a I didn't want to scream over the top of you, but Buey glided like a ballerina across the field, up to the hill, over the top, grab stakes, and off the other side. It was quite a sight to be seen and enjoyable to watch. But 2 free gens now done, and only 1 hook. Really, really needs to get someone out of the game and reapply that pressure, because Endless are, I think they're doubling up on the cycle round, are they? I keep seeing 2 survivors in the distance running together. I didn't even know that was a tactic. A swing as Nox now takes, Streak's now hanging on the hook, and there's Mean, who we know has balance landing, as we see Scarper off like a gazelle running away from a lion in the Serengeti. Tries to drag him over to Shaq. They love bringing the Mastermind to Shaq. I suppose they think it's easily countable, right?
So on Cole, you kind of have fortunate miss. You've got the 2 main points on the map, which is Main and Shaq, to play around, and then connect it into the fillers that are around them.
Mean takes a hit. Is Streaks going to go on to second? No, Streaks is off. That's either a renewal. Well, Deliverance is banned, so you can't use it, right? I think it's banned.
Potentially renewal, or it's still from the For the People. I can't remember if For the People run out or not.
No, yeah, I think it's a renewal. We'll find out in a second.
If all the people didn't run out, yes, it was a renewal. Okay.
That quick recover from the broken status after being on hook can only mean a renewal. Much needed.
2-2 split across the map on top side and bot side. Mean getting reset very quickly.
Infected. Nox is staying injured. Just as I say, he gets healed. The squad is full, and as you said, 2 top, 2 bottom. Manageable from a survivor perspective. Tough from a killer. As he hunts around looking for the next survivors. Now gets that alert. As we go off.
Going for the main gen. He was trying to find that reset, but the reset seems to happen just like in the tile, the double vault tile. And who is it? It is Mean again with the balance landing straight into a jungle gym right next to main. It is not looking very good.
He's got, he's used that balance landing a lot. Mean just hanging around by a hill. He's not actually doing anything this game. He's just hill walking, hiking. It's a new pastime by Mean. Another gen. Only one more for Endless to secure their place in the semi-finals, which is next weekend. And they will remain unbeaten in League B1. The funny thing is, the top 2 in B1 are these teams. The winner dictates who goes through. But third place, it's all to play for in B1. There's so many different options of who could go through between Sovereignty, Twist of Fate, and Corruption. But you'll find out later on today from 4 PM. But this game hasn't finished. Buey is still persistent and really wants Mean. I don't blame him. Mean has been a pest this whole game. There it is. There's the second set in a row. Pallet goes down, slams into their face. A tough day at the office for Prophecy. Here comes the squad blocking in. Streaks go and get away from Mean. Off they peg, and there's a blocker. Oh, he's just missed. As they all scamper around, he's trying to block them off, trying to get something back. The yellow coat of Zeiss, who has obviously been the gen jockey, because we haven't seen that yellow anorak at all this game. Like a flock of seagulls. Have they gone over to the other side? No, they're healing. How did they heal? Where's Streaks? Zeiss is now out. Oh, I think he's in trouble here. No, the healed Streaks is in place. There's Nox. Oh, scampering around. And they all are going to escape out. Very, very tough day at the office for Prophecy. What do you think, Owly?
Very, very day. We've seen some great killer performances and great survivor side performances from Endless, and Endless was just the better team today. They played it so brilliantly on both the killer side and the survivor side. Extremely impressive, especially from Mean during that last game. Basically making a juke montage out of the entire match against Buey.
I mean, it would be it'd be a montage to see, and don't forget to tag the Pugdom on it when you do it. But we might even do it ourselves. But I have to agree with you. Endless were just flawless today, and will be one to be watching to see who will win the overall on the semis and the finals. But let's not take away from Prophecy. They played well. They have secured their place into the playoffs as second place. But Endless, well done, bravo, and Prophecy, well done. And of course, you, the viewers and the fans, for turning up to cheer them on and helping us do what we do. We'll be back at 4 PM, which is an hour's time, where you'll have Jolie and maybe Owly, but he's deciding how he feels. Maybe he's trying to get out that Christmas tree. But Owly, thank you for coming. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Of course, I love it every single time I come and do this with you, Pug.
And we love you. And of course, the beautiful Brooklyn, who wishes you all a Merry Christmas. Would you like to say Merry Christmas to everybody, Brooklyn?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, and a Happy New Year. Well, I'm off to get drunk. So you'll be left with Jolie and Brooklyn for the remainder of this evening, but you'll have me for tomorrow, where we will find out who will win the rest of B1 for that remaining third place, and who will, well, I think there's no chance, but Malice will be going through as the top one. They remain unbeaten, but who will beat them? And then we have Devout, Origin, Reminiscent, RDE, all competing for that second and third prize. It's very close in B2. What games we have in store for you, but for now, we bid you farewell and wish you luck as we see you later on this evening. Take care now.
Join the Pugdom Discord for more information. Puglicious.